Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Kneel before doom. That's right, kids. Welcome back to another, you peasants, welcome back to another episode of One World Under Doom, the Dr. Doom podcast. I am Phil, and joining me this evening, a very sick but very loyal.
Struck down by the plague, but still making a brief appearance, Justin the Owl.
We know what the master always says. Anytime misfortune befalls, you say, "Curse that Reed Richards!"
Curse that Reed Richards!
Oh,
I knew this influenza was his doing.
Boy, I guess people at Marvel are going for it because I sent you guys like the picture of the last page of Fantastic Four from this week.
Oh, right.
It's like at the end, they think, oh, they scored a small victory over Doom. Then they look across the street and their neighbors all have, signs, almost political looking, and it says Doom, believe in Doom and all this, and just they went there.
Interesting, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
That's right. Good luck clearing exports. Oh, we got a pretty healthy synopsis here, so I'll do the synopsis at when we're ready. So we'll hopefully save you some talk in there.
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Russell was all excited to join us for this. But
yeah, he hasn't. To my knowledge, this was something that he hadn't read yet. Or maybe he had read it, and it's just been a first time read.
Maybe. But I must compliment you boys, you two, and Noel. I did listen to the latest Gamma Charge today, or at least most of it. I'm not done yet, but
the She-Hulk one, with Dr. Doom's fifth cousin.
Yes.
That was
medical, the dentist,
the dentist. Yes. Oh man, so funny. Steve Gerber wrote that one. So good. Yeah.
I kind of want to read it for the story, but the way you guys were talking about the art, I was like, oh boy, I don't know.
Oh yeah, the art. The art is a mixed bag in that one, that's for sure. But the story makes up for it, I think. Just how funny it was.
But I am happy that Buzz Dixon is not Chuck Dixon. So
I know. I can't believe that I made that error because Buzz Dixon has written so much stuff that I love. All the cartoons that I grew up with and stuff like that. I was like, how in the world could I have mixed him up with Chuck Dixon? I was like, my God, listening to that episode, I'm gonna sound like such a knob getting that wrong.
It's an honest mistake, but then you got to, just looking at that issue, it's like, or the one that's coming up after it, it's like, would Steve Gerber really work with Chuck Dixon? I don't know.
I know, right? That was just it. I was like, there's no way that those two would have.
Oh my God,
anything together.
Oh my God, if those two had worked together, I mean, I think Noel's head would have exploded.
Easily.
Easily. And yes, I'm fully behind Dr. Bong's message for that episode. So.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, Dr. Bong does Dr. Bong appear in that issue? And I just was like, no, F Chuck. Like, oh, okay. Dr. Bong pandering to Noel.
Strategic placement. Yeah.
Oh. All right. So should we get to our issue tonight?
Yes, issue du jour.
Yes, Amazing Spider-Man 350, kids. Spider-Man versus Dr. Doom.
Yeah, this is a big one.
For the Black Fox. Yes. Yeah, again, it's a 350 issue. It's a larger than normal issue. Also, it was Eric Larson's last issue as the regular penciler on Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, was it his last one? Really?
Yeah. Yep. This was the last one because Bagley started on 351. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So
the end of an era and the beginning of another one.
Yeah. I mean, there was such a good run on Amazing there for a while. It was like you went from McFarlane art to Eric Larson art to Mark Bagley for the longest time.
Yeah. And who took over after Bagley left?
I think it was Steve Scroscia.
Oh yeah, so he's great too.
Yeah, that was like on the other side of the Clone Saga. Yeah.
Yeah. So many good artists.
Mm. But yeah, now I swear, like at least once every 5 to 10 years on Amazing, you have to have like, John Romita Jr. show up at least, do a little bit at least once, and then you got to have Mark Bagley show up at least and do a couple issues.
Absolutely. It's a part of a tradition now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember when I read this issue and I got to the end and they're like, oh yeah, and Mark Bagley takes over next time, and like at first I'd forgotten he was the new Warriors artist. I was like, oh no, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Why is he, oh god, it's not gonna be as good. And then he ends up being like my favorite Spider-Man artist.
Yeah. Well, I remembered the Evolutionary War annuals that he did.
Yes.
For Spider-Man that came years before this, and I was like, oh man, I love that, because I remembered what a great job he did on those annuals.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about that. I was like, I think once I cracked open 351, I was like, oh yeah, this guy. Yeah,
this guy. Yeah, he's great.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to this synopsis, and then God, sounds like I'm sick, but no, I just my drink went down the wrong way.
Don't succumb to the plague, Phil.
No. I've been good. Nah. Don't talk while I'm drinking. All right. So yes. Okay, it's got a nice synopsis here. Yeah, like I covered.
Love it.
I love that little Mary Jane in the corner box.
Yeah.
Oh, and that'd be funny if I was gonna say, hey, Noel Tate, pop up in the chat room if Russell can't show up. Let's get some Noel Tate in here. I was gonna say, if you guys want to fight Noel, yeah, we get him Noel in here.
I bet he would love to review some Doom stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, we're doing Amazing Spider-Man number 350 from August 1991. Oh God. I guess because he, I don't know, brought it to the door. I don't know. The title, Doom Service. Writer David Michelinie, penciler Eric Larson, inker Randy Emberlin, colorist Bob Sharon, letterer Rick Parker, and editors Danny Fingeroth. So, all right, kids, strap in. And again, this is continued from the last issue where, yes, the Black Fox has stolen a certain. We stole the trash diamond too, but we don't care about that. We stole an emerald, but guess what? Guess who it belonged to?
Well,
at least Doom has a big interest in this, and he'll tell you why.
As we'll discover, yeah.
So so he shows up on the last page of last issue. So while trying to catch the Black Fox in an abandoned resort on Long Island, Spider-Man is interrupted by the arrival of Dr. Doom. Doom is after the Black Fox. When the wall crawler demands to know why the monarch of Latveria would want with a cat burglar like the Black Fox, Doom refuses to explain himself and blasts Spider-Man away. He then corners the Black Fox and demands that he turn over the diamond known as the Dragon's Egg. The Black Fox plays dumb, but Dr. Doom knows that the Black Fox stole the emerald while it was on loan to the Monaco Museum. The Black Fox then tries to explain to Doom that he already sold the diamond. Before Doom can harm the old man, Spider-Man ambushes him from behind. While the wall crawler is busy deflecting Dr. Doom's finger blasts. Wherever you are, Lilith, shut up. The Black Fox manages to escape. Spider-Man, meanwhile, is knocked out. When he regains consciousness, he finds that Dr. Doom has been waiting for him to wake up. Doom tells Spider-Man that he is going to die because the Dragon's Egg was a powerful emerald owned by his mother, a powerful sorceress. No. How powerful could she be? Mephisto has her now.
Yeah, right.
Doom goes on to say that this treasured heirloom from his mother was kept with the Latverian crown jewels, and its inclusion at the Monaco display was an error. Doom's pissed. Someone touched the family jewels. Since Spider-Man interfered with his attempt to regain the stolen jewel, the monarch of Latveria intends to see the masked hero dead. His opening salvo strikes a gas-operated stove, causing a massive explosion. Disoriented by the blast, Spider-Man tries to get to safety, but Doom easily catches up to him. Realizing that he is no match for Doom, Spider-Man tries to flee and takes more of a beating. Managing, again, this is all the first couple pages, kids. Managing to get outside, Spider-Man hears police sirens arriving on the scene. Knowing that Doom wants to keep the recovery of the jewel a personal affair, the wall crawler convinces him that it will become incredibly public when the authorities and the press have arrived on the scene. He then convinces Doom to give him 24 hours to recover the diamond. Although Spider-Man is grateful to have survived the experience, he wonders if this is merely a stay of execution. Meanwhile, the Black Fox returns to his hideout and decides the past course of action. It says past, but I think they mean best. The best course of action is to use the trash diamond in order to recover the dragon's egg, but decides to get some rest first. The next morning, Peter Parker wakes up dazed and confused. Mary Jane is worried about him, but Peter assures her that she should go to work and he'll be fine. When Mary Jane is gone, Peter gets out of bed to get on with his day. However, he feels incredibly dizzy and decides against going out as Spider-Man. Meanwhile, uptown, the Black Fox arrives at his fence's office and discovers that he has already sold the dragon's egg. The fence refuses to reveal who he sold it to until the Black Fox agrees to give all the money he has on. What's the price? What do you got, kid?
Yeah.
I love it. It's like, yeah, check. Then he tells guy, he's like, yeah, see if he has any loose changes. Yeah. Can you imagine if the Fox had like $5 on him?
Yeah.
Although I'm sure the fence price, like, yeah, the Fox always carries around a big wad of money.
Oh, probably. He's got like little tiny diamonds or something stashed away that he uses for insurance policies.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he's not carrying any credit cards unless it's something he stole off somebody.
Yeah.
Later, Peter Parker gets off the bus on his way to Empire State University. He is shocked to discover his Uncle Ben is standing there waiting for him.
Oh, my.
I know. When Peter points out that his uncle is dead, Ben tells him that he can't let something like death keep him from being there for Peter. Peter admits that he needs advice because he keeps on letting the Black Fox get away because the elderly thief somehow reminds him of his uncle. Ben reminds Peter of how he and Peter's Aunt May raised him after Peter's parents died. Oh, get ready for the flashbacks, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Floating heads guilt. Here we go.
Yeah.
He then recounts how Peter was bitten by a radioactive spider and let fame get to his head. By allowing a burglar to run free, Peter signed the death warrant for Uncle Ben, and then when that same burglar later tried to rob the Parker home, Ben explains that since he has worked to atone for the death of Uncle Ben, Ben also points out that this also has made Peter seek the approval of elderly men like the Black Fox and Dominic Fortune.
Oh, my word.
Talk about your daddy issues.
Yeah.
Oh. Ben concludes by reminding Peter that the Black Fox is a crook and he has no reason to get his approval. Yeah, I love. He's like, yeah, he's a crooked old man. He's probably a crooked kid too. Don't matter.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
When Peter arrives at Empire State University, he is convinced that he is really talking to his Uncle Ben and tries to introduce his uncle to Professor Swan and his assistant before suddenly passing out. Meanwhile, at the Latvian embassy, Dr. Doom waits in his office, counting down the hours Spider-Man has left to recover the dragon's egg. Oh, he's petty. He's doing minutes. He's doing seconds.
Yep.
Later, at Blessing Hospital, Peter Parker wakes up and is told by the doctors that he has suffered a concussion. Although the doctor and Mary Jane insist that Peter stay overnight for observation, Peter refuses, telling them that he has so much to do. And it's so funny. He tells them he fell down the steps or something.
Yeah, right.
I never even read this the first time. I was like, oh, God, can you imagine if they, doctors and everybody at the hospital's like, oh, man, maybe that supermodel wife's like beating him or something.
She hurled him down the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Those redheads have a temper.
Exactly. When Peter and Mary Jane return home, he insists that he has to bring the Black Fox to justice, explaining that even though the appearance of Uncle Ben was probably a hallucination,
Probably.
what it had to say made sense. Mary Jane tries to understand, but after his injury, she thinks that he is committing suicide. Later, the Black Fox floors it over to New Jersey after spending the day to get the equipment he needs to get the dragon's egg back, unaware that Spider-Man is hitched a ride on the back of his car. He soon arrives at the mansion owned by reclusive millionaire Andrew Carpathian. As Black Fox sneaks past the guards and security system, he continues to remain unaware that he is also clearing a way for Spider-Man as well. Unknown to them at this time, Andrew Carpathian is a direct descendant of Ambrose Carpathian, an occultist who attempted to mystically control a swarm of carnivorous insects. He tells his followers, the Arcane Order of Night, how the swarm was released and disposed of recently by Spider-Man, the Avengers, and the Outlaws. That's right, kids.
Oh, the Outlaws, yeah.
Spectacular Spider-Man 168 through 170. So
Love the Outlaws.
So there's a 169 in there. So do you think we covered it, kids?
Yeah, you better believe you did.
I should try to link, maybe in the show notes, put a link to that episode.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because it was a while ago. However, using the dragon's egg as a power source, they have developed a device to bring the swarm back to Earth. Both Spider-Man and the Black Fox overhear this and agree to work together to prevent this from happening. The pair leap through the skylight. While they are busy fighting the cultists, Andrew activates the device. Suddenly, Dr. Doom comes crashing through the wall, coming to recover his jewel and nothing more. Dodging the flying bullet, Spider-Man manages to swing up and snatch the dragon's egg from the device, saving the Earth. With the cultists fleeing the scene, Spider-Man returns the dragon's egg to Dr. Doom. Still, the Monarch of Latveria demands a suitable punishment for the Black Fox. Since he has agreed to spare the thief's life, he takes the Trask diamond and crushes it to worthless powder. After Dr. Doom leaves, the Black Fox once again tries to convince Spider-Man to let him go. However, Spider-Man is not falling for it this time. Thinking of the advice given to him earlier by Uncle Ben, Spider-Man takes the Black Fox into custody. All right, so what you think?
I love this one. Yeah, I remember when I first read this. This was like one of the first times that I had seen Spider-Man just get the crap kicked out by a villain. And I thought how perfect it is that it's Dr. Doom that's kicking his ass in this. Because you really don't see Spider-Man and Doom mixing it up a whole lot.
No, like, I mean, he appeared in
one-on-one.
Amazing Number 5 and stuff. But yeah, like not a ton of, not a lot.
Yeah, it's very rare compared to some of the other heroes. So, number one, that was a great little surprise. And number two, just the fact that Spider-Man was so outmatched here. Like everything in that first fight, everything that he did was ineffectual. And I'll never forget that one of my favorite panels is when Doom blasts the stove.
Oh, and you get that
causes that huge explosion.
Yeah.
And then there's that panel afterwards where Spider-Man's costume is just completely torn to shreds. The entire building is like destroyed. There's bits of debris and remnants of the building falling down from the sky. And Doom is just kind of casually waltzing through this wreckage and devastation towards Spider-Man with his face in the shadows. You can't see his face, but just that imposing visage of him just completely unaffected by this explosion and just waltzing over there to finish it. I just loved it. The first time I saw that, I thought, oh my God, this is perfect. This is a perfect Doom story. And David Michelinie is no stranger to Doom, as we know, because he wrote those fantastic Iron Man stories with Doom, where they went with the time traveling stuff. So I love his rendition of Dr. Doom. He writes great Doom.
He seems to have a thing about writing Doom in issues that end in 50, because those Iron Man issues were 150, 250.
Yeah,
facing him in 350.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, just the you like Doom as an unstoppable force. Yeah, this is the issue for you, because
absolutely
he's punching Spider-Man through walls, like you said, that making the oven explode. I love when Spider-Man tries to pull that stack of weights down on him, and just Doom just like busts through it.
Yeah, he says prancing might That ineffectual effort was the last blow you'll strike against me ever. Yeah, it was great. And I also love a good excuse to see the Black Fox because he's a great character as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really clever how they worked him into this story and had him be kind of the foil to almost to Doom in this regard. He stole this priceless artifact that has all of this sentimental connection to his mom.
Oh yeah.
And so the Black Fox stole that, and it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna get killed here, stealing from Doctor Doom. Like, what do you think?
Yeah. I don't think he didn't know it was the mother.
Of course, he didn't know, but yeah, you would have thought he would have done a little bit of extra research, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they even listed it as the mother's because, like you said, it was like a mistake. That the
That's true too.
so it was like some Latvian ambassador or something. Just that.
They covered up the secret origin of the egg. Yeah.
I love the cover to 349 because like all you see is like a part of like Doom's like
the gauntlet.
Yeah, and it's like it's in shadow, but they're just like, yep, this is who you think it is.
Exactly, you're right. And you'll only see him on the last page, but he'll be there.
Yeah, I don't know if you've read any of the recent like Jed McKay Black Cat stuff, but I usually don't. I usually don't like retcons, but yeah, like Jed kind of retconned it where the Black Fox was friends with Felicia's father.
Yes, I love that.
Partners, yeah, and he kind of helped train her.
He was like the mentor. I love that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first time I heard about that twist, I thought that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant.
A lot of times I don't like retcons like that, but I read that I'm like, you know what, that does make sense.
Fits.
Yeah,
it totally fits. I don't either. Usually I hate retcons like that, but when it fits and it makes sense, yeah, definitely. Why not?
Black Fox, Black Cat, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and it doesn't really fly in the face of a whole lot that we have established knowing about Felicia.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. The only complaint that I have in this issue, I had forgotten about it, is sometimes with the way that Erik Larsen draws Mary Jane. I just can't handle it. Oh my God. Listen, she went from like the 70s and 80s, like looking like just a beautiful redheaded, regular woman to this huge like C cup with massive lips, legs up to her legs up to the sky, and this massive shaggy red mop of hair.
Mm-hmm.
With so many curls, it looks like, God, the amount of hairspray that she'd used to establish those curls would instantly burn a hole in the ozone layer. Every time I look at that, I'm like, oh, this is not aged well. This rendition of Mary Jane Parker has not aged well at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, I get it.
People that might like it, like
it's 1991. Yeah,
yeah, they might like the lips that you could bounce a bullet off of, but for me, like I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I know you don't have a lot of hands-on experience, but yeah, those might be C's, but those might be D's.
Yeah, I'm not a good frame of reference. But I did notice that as Erik Larsen's tenure on this book continued, those breasts got larger and larger. From when he started to when he finished.
That's another reason I like Bagley, because it's like, I mean, she still kind of looked like this, but it kind of toned a lot of it down. Like, it's more huge, and
she didn't look like a penthouse centerfold. She looked like she did look like a supermodel, but she didn't look like a penthouse super centerfold like this is. Yeah, that was my only complaint, though. Was just I can't deal with the Mary Jane in this.
But yeah, I just love the pettiness of Doom, just standing at the window and
counting the seconds down. And then he barges in at the very end, and he's like, "Your time is up."
Oh yeah, to the second. Yeah.
Yeah. That man, you can say a lot of things about him, but he's efficient.
He just bursts through the door, and then he just like he goes to this cultist back lackeys. He starts blasting. He's
Blasting them. Yeah. Yeah.
I have no quarrel with you, as he's like repulsor blasting some of them in the face.
Yeah.
But Doom's like, I'm here for the emerald. I don't care what the rest of you were doing. So
Yeah.
So Spider-Man's like, well, he's like it or not, Doom's helping, because these cultists were all worried about him like blasting him in the face. So
Yeah.
because he was slowing down because of his concussion. But
I also liked the callback to the swarm thing from that
for the
Spectacular Spider-Man story with the Outlaws. I thought that was cool. I didn't think that we'd see that story crop up again so quickly.
Yeah, I do like that when some of the Spider-Man writers like call back to other stories and other books, especially if it's like current, because it's like, oh hey kids, did you miss this one? Go try to find that one.
And especially if it's something that they haven't written, like it shows
Yeah.
they did the extra effort and went the extra mile and linked it all together and made it make sense.
But yeah, I mean, as much problem as the Mary Jane thing is, I mean, I love some Larson Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, he draws a great Spider-Man. Yeah, and Randy Emberlin's a great inker for him.
Oh yeah,
he had a few different inkers during his time on this book, but I thought Randy Emberlin was one of the best.
Yeah, and like I feel like Eric Larson, I mean, like him, like his style or don't like his style, I think he was like a good successor to Todd McFarlane. It wasn't like a dramatic. I mean, their styles are different, but it wasn't like a dramatic shift.
Right. Yeah, there was a good consistency there.
Yeah,
where it wasn't such a jarring transition.
Because even like Mark Bagley, who's my favorite Spider-Man artist, if they had put him after McFarlane, I think it would have been more jarring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The way they did it was good.
Yeah, definitely.
And then just Doom, he wants to kill the Black Fox, and Spider-Man's like, "Where's the glory in killing him? He's just a frail old man." How's the Black Fox? Yes, very frail.
Yeah. I love it.
Doom's like, "Yeah, but you must still be punished." So yeah, he just
crushes the diamond.
Just the look
of the powder. Yeah,
the look of the Black Fox.
That was going to be my retirement. Yeah.
The Doom just takes off, and then he's like telling Spider-Man, "You're right. You were right. I'm frail." He's like, "Nah, save it for the judge."
Yeah, he does take him into custody. Yeah,
I love how
for a while I thought he was going to let him go.
Yeah. I love like the of course it's an anniversary issue, so we have to do the origin recap. I love the origin recap came through a hallucination.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah. Yeah, that was good.
And I have to say, I'm sure this is on purpose, but I swear, I think Larson was drawing Uncle Ben like he first appeared in Amazing Fantasy.
I think so too. During that that whole flashback thing, Eric Larson was channeling a mean Steve Ditko.
Oh yeah, but especially that look of Uncle Ben. Yeah,
and some of the other panels too, like the high school Peter with the glasses, like the whole look down. Yeah, it's wild.
And then we got the Eric Larson portfolio, all the pinups.
Yes. Yeah, Fantastic Four.
Oh, those might be C's right there.
Oh,
but oh my God, look at that hair there, man.
I know,
like freaking Starfire. Look at that hair.
The place.
But yeah, the Fantastic Four is good. Yeah, because each one's a different inker. Yeah, because the Spider-Man and Mary Jane ones by John Romita inking them, and then the Fantastic Four is Joe Sinnott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Daredevil with Al Williamson.
Yeah. And then some faces from the recent past: Cardiac, Solo, and Captain Universe.
All inked by Sal Buscema.
Sal, love it.
And then I love
finally
they do that the two-sided thing where it's like, yeah. Eric Larson drew the one side, and then Todd McFarlane drew the other side.
Yes. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Mhm.
That was my favorite. I thought that was really clever.
See, that's the way where they kind of show you. That's what I was saying. Like their styles aren't
Right.
they
They're
mesh
not
well together.
incompatible. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do mesh well together. Definitely. They're just different enough to be complementary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I always love this one, especially if you want to, like I said, you want to Doom. He was like basically an unstoppable force.
Yeah. Unstoppable force and well written, well illustrated. Just everything. Everything was great.
Because I mean, yeah, again, like Spider-Man's no weaklings. It's like like when you think about foes who can like toss them around. It's like Hulk, Juggernaut, Fire Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, yeah, Doom is like just Doom trying to get in that category.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, very very good issue. Although all the issues are good with them when the Master's in them. So
Oh, absolutely. And this is a fine showcase. This is a fine
Exactly.
showcase of his talents.
Let's see. I'm trying to just looking at the notes here. Oh yes, Peter has helped Dominic Fortune on a number of occasions in Marvel Team Up 120, Web of Spider-Man 10, and Web of Spider-Man 71 and 72.
All right. Yeah.
Again, then
Remember that one.
the spectacular issues. Well, that might be all the notes. I thought there was more. Okay. No. And of course, everything, now in all these synopses, it's like, oh yes, Peter and Mary Jane, referred to as husband and wife here, but then the whole Mephisto thing.
Oh, do they really put a note in about that in there? Oh, that's
Pretty
garbage.
much every issue, any issue they're married, they put in that in the synopsis.
That's garbage.
I know.
That's ridiculous. That is absolutely so going back to the 80s, like with the annual where they got married, they got that little note in there.
Well, here it says, like in most of these, it says Peter and Mary Jane are referred to as husband and wife here. However, years later, their marriage is erased from existence by the demon Mephisto in Amazing Spider-Man 545. As such, they should be considered a common law couple here.
Oh my God. That's stupid.
It is stupid.
I will die on the hill in saying that that's the dumbest shit.
Exactly. And then like
Ever.
me and Lilith always have the conversation where it's like, yeah, they did that because they wanted to like, bring back like a classic Spider-Man, but it's like all he does is like anymore. It's just like, oh, Peter, you're such a slacker, you're such a loser. When are you gonna get a real job? Blah blah blah. And it's just like sick of this for the last God, not even 15 years. God, it's got to be like God, almost 18 years now. It's just like 17, 18. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Sick of this.
Yeah.
Bring back the marriage. Got enough single Spider-Men out there. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. The fact that they even did it in the first place is nuts.
And again,
the fact that it's been allowed to continue this long is even worse.
And they tried to like retcon it, I think, with like, oh, it was Doctor Strange. But no, it's like your flagship character. So what is Marriage to the Devil?
Yeah, and then they're trying to pair him up with all these other people. Pair him up with Carol Danvers. And pair him up with Bobby, with Mockingbird, and all these other people. Like, yeah, let's have him date Patsy Walker and all these other people. It's stupid.
Or just like inventing like random girlfriends.
Yeah. No, how about we have him date She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, or Thundra? Have Peter Parker date fucking Thundra.
Oh wow!
How about that? He likes redheads. Thundra.
Oh my God!
Yeah, pair him up with Thundra. Have her whip him with her chains a little bit.
Whoa!
Yeah. They're trying to ship Peter Parker off with everybody. Try Thundra. I bet that'd be a good match for him.
Oh, hello, Noel Tate. Oh, here we go. Dude.
Yes. Yeah, I think Noel will join us. Yes, we were just talking about that. No.
Yeah, no, I did. Before we jumped on here, I did compliment Justin and you and Russell, and I just listened to it today, the new Gamma Charge, and yes, it was very good.
Yes.
And again, praise God that Buzz Dixon is not someone else. So
yes, yeah. Buzz Dixon is a legend.
Yes. Again, Noel knew Steve Gerber wouldn't work with that trash. Come on.
I know that Noel will join us for when we eventually do the review for Triumph and Torment, because I know that he likes that one.
Oh,
So I bet we could convince him to join us for that.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes, Noel, we know. Yes, Noel, we knew. We all heard the Dr. Bong PSA. So, Dr. Bong. Hell yeah. Oh, is that for Triumph and Torment, Noel? Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I think the last one was an Energon, but yes, no, I believe Russell did must have slept in or forgot us or something because Russell was supposed to be here.
I think he was visiting some family.
I
think he just messaged me. He was visiting some family, so he had some other stuff going on. Yeah,
couldn't tell us. This owl was like half on his deathbed, and he's here. I don't want to hear your shit, Russell.
Speaking of which,
the owl was on his ventilator. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to get my beauty sleep.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that must have been Triumph and Torment. He went, hell yeah, and he goes, and I mean hell.
Yeah.
Thursday, family time, and then the owl is strong. Yes.
Yeah. Well, stronger now than I was earlier this week.
Oh yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Some nasty stuff going around.
Yeah. But yeah, that's probably it for me because my voice is just about done.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you want to drop out now, I can do the plugs. That's big deal.
No, that's okay. I'll stick around for a couple minutes for the plugs.
Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of crap going around. Yeah, those Chuck Dixon books, right, Noel?
All those stories about the white man with his rights being oppressed by all the minorities. Yeah.
They're the best books, the biggest books.
Mm-hmm.
No, the finger thing. Have either of you noticed Elon Musk? Like every time you see him on TV or something talking, he has the fingers like steepled, and we're like, yeah, we know you're a Bond villain, asshole. Do this every time.
I hope that he gets dumped down the friggin' smokestack like Blofeld from that James Bond movie. That'd be a perfect enemy.
I mean, I'm sure he's stealing money from us, but it's like, supposedly Tesla stock is just dropping. So,
oh yeah, that company is not doing well. Good.
And again, I mean, this will be after the fact. I mean, this is going to drop next month, but if you see this on YouTube tonight or tomorrow, yes, remember to, if you can, don't buy anything tomorrow.
Right. Economic boycott.
No, I hope all his baby mamas kill him. Oh my god. We do not condone that, FBI.
One of them will probably.
Oh my god, no, because you know what he's doing. I mean, he's using them kids as human shields.
I know.
He had the one in the Oval Office. Then I just saw he was walking down the hall in one clip. He had one like like sitting on his shoulders. I'm like, he's guarded his effing head, so no one shoots him in the head. Like,
that ain't gonna stop some people, though.
I was gonna say, if someone's crazy enough, yeah,
absolutely.
And one of your kids has to pay the price too. Yeah,
I've read some comments online. They're talking about, oh, that's just collateral damage, man. Ain't worried about it.
The whole crime.
He don't care about those kids anyway. He don't care about those kids anyway.
Yeah, he just had all those kids in case he needs a kidney or something.
Exactly. Clone body or something. Put his brain in it. Yeah, stupid.
Greedy bastard. All right. Anyway. All right. Let's get out of here. The owl needs his the owl needs his
I need my beauty sleep.
All right. So yes, in a month we'll be back, and yes, we'll do the other two issues we said we were going to do this time. Avengers 332 and 333. So the Avengers, Doctor Doom, a whole bunch of Doom bots, and some cupcakes.
And some cupcakes. And written by Larry Hama.
Yes. His kids are no Kristoff.
They wish they could be Kristoff.
I don't know, man. I wish his kids were Kristoff. Then they'd be battling him.
True.
They'd be busy having to fight them
for too long.
Yeah. Oh God. That's always think about like Trump and Elon. It's like, yeah, can you imagine your kids grow up and they're gonna be like, yeah, you know what your dad was? Your dad's gonna go down in history as. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Sorry, kids. I don't mean to keep going. We got to get this out of bed. All right. So send us your thoughts on this issue. Send us your thoughts on the upcoming Avengers 332 and 333. Hell, pretty much send us thoughts on any of the shows we do. We do enough Marvel stuff. And DC. All right. So email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Oh, I should make this announcement. I'll try to make this announcement everywhere. Yes, Lilith and I have already announced we are going to cover every episode of Daredevil Born Again as it comes out. We're going to do it that night, 9 p.m. Eastern, the day of. And we're going to be joined by special guests. At least 3 of our episodes are going to be joined by Mr. D.G. Chichester.
Nice.
And maybe every episode, as long as he can make it, Mr. Greg Wright.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Both former Daredevil writers, the comics kids. So
Love it.
So yeah, tune in. We're going to talk to some former Daredevil comic writers. All right. And of course, you can find every episode at CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. Help support us by buying merch at TeePublic in Spring. And again, you think Doom is all powerful and angry? Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. Rain ran the money on us through the Cash App link, or incur the wrath of one Lilith Hellfire.
Make it rain.
Again, sex bot research is not cheap, kids. So
yeah,
Lilith needs your money.
You need the money, gimme.
All right, and of course, the Patreon, where again you get exclusive, uncensored content every month. From me and Lilith. The February episode, we reviewed the AVN Awards for this year. The March episode, not sure what we're doing yet, but we have a few ideas. So subscribe. And again, if you listen to any episode with me and Lilith on here, it seems wacky, that's the censored. So yes, you subscribe to the Patreon, get the uncensored. And of course, if you're a patron like Justin here, you get to suggest topics for us to discuss, as Justin has generously done many times. Ray, like once when he was forced into it. The hard master himself. So yes, be like Justin. Don't be like the hard master. Subscribe to the Patreon and send us your thoughts.
The hard master.
What do you want us to talk about? All right. So if I can subscribe at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. And now for this Justin the Owl, you can find him, well, every month here on One World Under Doom, every month here on Energon Universe, where we cover all the new Transformers and G.I. Joe content. You can catch him every week, either on Marvel Tales or X-Men Classics. You can catch him also once a month as the new co-host with myself and the aforementioned Hard Master on the last Scarlet Spider episode of the month, where we talk either Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, or the Slingers. And again, during our Daredevil Born Again reviews, there's only going to be one Ultimate Spider cast in March and one in April, and that'll be me, Justin, and Ray. So
that's right.
That's right. And of course, over on Capes Lunatic Sidekicks, you can catch Justin at least once a month on We Are the Night, the Batman podcast, where you can hear us talking Azrael, and sometimes he'll join us for Catwoman or Killer Moth or Anarchy, whatever catches his eye. Just like every so often, you can catch him on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast. And again, we've got episode 50 coming up here soon. So
big one, yeah.
That's right. Soul Search, yeah. Things are gonna go to hell. All right. And you would think that's be enough podcasting for anyone, but you can also catch him on these shows. Justin, if you want, I'll do it.
Oh no, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So a Gamma Charge with me and Russell. Every month we talk about Immortal Hulk or the aforementioned sensational She-Hulk. We just put an episode out where She-Hulk faces Dr. Doom's fifth cousin, who is also a murderous dentist. It has to be read to be believed. And then over on Predator and Prey, we're joined by the aforementioned High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, and Sparky. to discuss some classic Dark Horse comics featuring the Predator. And last but not least, The Lost Library of Legends is my solo show. And I'm doing a multiple part retrospective on the Malibu Ultraverse title called The Strangers.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch. One way to the Biscuit Town.
My voice will sound like that again someday.
Hey, man, even sick, your voice sounds better than
Oh,
a
thank
lot
you.
of us. Yeah, come on.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's me, your old pal the owl.
Listen to this owl's voice. I blame you for this, Russell. You should have been here to talk.
That's okay. I'm definitely doing better now than I was Monday. Let's put it that way.
Family. This is the family you need to worry about. The owl. All right, kids. Oh, yes. And again, we mentioned Ray's name several times. So, yes, kids, remember Ray, who hosts every so often hosts shows like Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, and There's the Fear of the Spider-Woman podcast. Like Justin just said, Predator and Prey, he's on there with them. Also, a big super fan of a certain character.
Batman, my favorite character.
And, of course,
the Hard Master.
Also, he has plays with many decks on Ray Plays Games, his own, other people's, because he is
strongest wrists down under.
So, yes, go fan of Batman, deck playing, and of course,
Taint.
Yes.
Oh, baby.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. All right, again, come back in a month. We'll be here. Maybe we can try to get this Russell back in here and talk Avengers 332 and 333.
Doom versus Cupcakes.
Yes, the Avengers and Cupcakes, and some Doom bots in the mix. Oh yeah, I think we got East and West Coast in those issues.
Yeah, it's a whole mess of Avengers.
And Doom takes them all on.
That's right.
Doesn't matter to heroes. Doom will take them all on.
That's right. All the Avengers.
All right. Peons, leave your gifts for the Monarch and close the door on your way out. Oh, hail Doom.